What's up, guys? It's Ethan. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to another video. And here I'm at my first time right outside of Manchester Poker Room. I've had a lot of people telling me to check this place out, so finally I made the extra little bit of a drive up here to check the place out. Looks like they have a DraftKings sportsbook, so we'll see. Fun fact, I've been fading the Red Sox and the Pirates all MLB season long, so we'll see how today goes, because this is still September, early September. So yeah, first time here. I think it's a Wednesday, so there should be a 2-5 game going on shortly. Hopefully they'll run it. There's also the 1-2 game, so there's a few tables in there. So I'm gonna check it out, see what the room looks like. Comment down below if you want one of those chip packages. I'm always giving one out to a random commenter. That's always a great time. Once again, appreciate everyone's support, and I guess we're gonna check out what this room looks like, and hopefully we can run it up today. Let's go. We hop right into the 1-2 game to start off the max buy-in of $300. Here, we're playing four-handed, and I'm on the button, and I'm putting on the straddle. So action folds to the cutoff, who opens it up to $20. With ace-4 offsuit, certainly going to be defending. Sometimes can 3-bet this, but here we're in position very early, first hand of the session. Let's just play it and defend. Flop comes jack 3-6, 2 spades, and here he checks to us. Here, I think I can just value bet and protect my ace high here. So throwing out a very small bet of $15, maybe getting a call from some draws of some sorts. He does make the call for 15, and we're off to a turn. Turn is a deuce, and once again, he checks to us. Here, with an improved hand now from ace high and also with a gutter, I size up to $55. He thinks about it and then makes the call. So when he makes the call for 55, he certainly has a hand. I don't know if it's a jack of some sort, but definitely a pair. So we'll see. Hoping to improve or see a good card to triple barrel on. The river is another jack. All right. So really great card to bluff on, I think, especially when he checks to us. I don't think he has too many jacks in his hand, mainly targeting hands like 7s through 10s. Some sort of pocket pair that just would check call both flop and turn. I go and stick with the plan, rip my whole stack in. First hand of the day, we're already all in. I jam for $210 total. He covers me just by a little bit, and he goes well into the tank. About a minute or two goes by, and then he ends up making his decision, which was a fold. Phew, we got that one out of the way. Later, he told us that he folded pocket queens. So, pretty fortunate for us there for him to find the fold button. Really lucky that we got this one through. Obviously, never put him on an overpair. Second hand, we have king-queen offsuit with a button straddle. I'm in the small blind, and I open things up to $20. It folds to the unleon player, who jams her whole stack in for $180. Action ends up folding to me, and I just don't think we're calling this, unfortunately.
On Rampage.
Yeah, we're not. Oh no. Yeah, we're not calling this. No.
Might be a flop.
Shortly after that hand, we pick up ace-10 offsuit in the small blind with a button straddle. Once again, first to act, I open things up to $20, and the unleon player makes the call, so we're going heads up out of position. The flop is ace deuce 4, 2 spades, so ace high flop, we're certainly going to be betting for value. Always c-betting most ace high flops anyways, so I size to $25, and she calls pretty quickly. The turn comes another 4, which is a pretty decent card for us, I guess, not really changing a whole lot. Once again, going for value, I bet $60, and again, makes the call very quickly again. Let's go to a river. The river is a 7. She only has about $40 left in her stack, so, I mean, I guess we're just going to go all in. She only has about $40 left in her stack, so it's like, I mean, all the money's in the mill already. Might as well get the rest in, so I basically jam for $40 total. She folds, and we take down this last pot before moving up to 2-5.
Those look pretty. And then I go, hey, they matched on the board. And then I win.
So we're switching off the 2-5 now. The 1-2 game was really friendly. We played for an hour, in for $400, out for $537. So not a bad hour here. Just getting calls of the 2-5 game. So we'll see how that goes. Not really sure what the player pool here is like at 2-5, but there's one table running. We have some stacks, I think. I'm not sure. Nothing too crazy, but max binds for 1,000. Hope we run it up. Let's see how tonight goes. Just a quick announcement here. Super excited to announce that I finally have my own website up, www.RampagePoker Store. I am offering the blue, gray chips, and also that metal card protector on sale. So if you want to check it out, I'd greatly appreciate it. www.RampagePoker Store. Pretty easy shipping and payment options. So got you there. And yeah, appreciate all the support. Got some new things coming, and I'll announce it when they do. On to 2-5 we go, max buy-in of $1,000, and here I'm in the big blind with ace-5 of diamonds. There are 3 limpers to me, and with a suited real ace, it's a pretty good spot to squeeze, although out of position. Whatever, this is one of our very first hands that we're picking up, so we're doing it. I raised to $35, action folds around, and surprisingly, the small blind is the only person that makes the call. So really didn't expect that. Seemed like he would have had the loosest and widest range, but here we are. He's also a player who seems to be a very solid reg here at this casino, so we're going to see what happens. The flop comes 10-8-6 rainbow. He checks, and this is really not a good flop for me. It seems like this is going to smash his range a lot more than mine, so I decided to check it back, evaluate a turn. The turn comes the 9 of diamonds, and once again he checks. I'm improved to our nut flush draw. There's a 4-liner out there, but let's definitely still bet. Maybe we can just take it down right here. I throw out a bet of $35, and wouldn't you know, he puts in the check raise to 100. Really unfortunate spots. It's just going to be another spot where we're going to have to call when we improve to our nut flush draw. Certainly never folding here, so I make the call for 65 more, and we're hoping to improve. The river comes the Jack of Diamonds. Absolute bingo. We love this for sure. Unfortunately, he checks. And now I think that this is a pretty good spot to overbet and experiment with different sizings. I know experimenting when we're playing a pretty decent sized pot isn't the best ideal situation, but we've got to learn somehow. I'm trying to target a 7, obviously. I find it would be very unlikely for him to have any queen X's in his range. And also, like, although I can have some queen X's, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to. So I actually go for a super duper large sizing of $550 and see if he's willing to potentially make the call for a chop of some sorts. So putting him on hopefully a 7, we'll see. He thinks about it, looks at his cards once again, and unfortunately folds. So this extremely large sizing and overbets clearly didn't work for us this time. Yeah, this was really an experiment to see how large I can go. A long time goes by, maybe about an hour, and the next playable hand that we pick up pocket 10s in the small blind, playing 5-handed. Not a whole lot has happened. I've been winning a lot of small pots. The table seems pretty passive. So when the cutoff player limps, certainly out of position, raising it up to $25. Surprisingly, the big blind makes the call, and the limper calls as well. The big blind is someone I perceive as a tighter player, definitely in his position as well. So the flop comes ace 3-3, not really the best flop for us, as a lot of ace highs are obviously in their ranges. But I c-bet tiny with my pocket 10s just to protect from other cards. Both quickly fold, and we take this one down. Pretty uneventful. Next eventful hand that actually happens, ace 10 offsuit in the big blind. Action folds to the small blind, who opens it up to $20, and I can go either way with a 3-bet or flat call. Here, I decided to just flat call in position and see a flop for a little bit cheaper. So we're off to a flop, which comes king 10-9, 2 diamonds. With middle pair, top kicker, certainly never going away. He c-bets $30, and I make the call. Going to a turn, which comes the 6 of clubs. This card really doesn't change a whole lot. Besides 8-7 that may or may not be in his range, I don't find it super likely, but when he thinks about his hand and then throws out a bet of $225, I am so confused. So this is the same player that I overbet the pot against when I had the flush, the first hand of 2-5, and now he does it to me. This is obviously a very standard fold with middle pair, but I'm just confused with how nutted he possibly could be. Does he really want to get max value with, I don't even know, like, I'm really not sure. He's really just trying to charge a super premium if he thinks I'm drawing. I mean, I guess he could have queen jack. Maybe he can have like king queen ace king, maybe king 10. I don't know, but I'm very confused and I don't know what to make of it, but obviously a standard fold. The following hand is a much better one for us in the cutoff with pointies, pocket aces. Let's go. Under the gun player opens it up to $20. This is music to my ears. I love it. I see players behind me actually fold out of turn, so when it folds to me, the button and small blind both fold. So here, I decided to try and size up for $70 as a 3-bet, trying to look like a squeeze potentially now that I know that they're going to fold anyways. I don't know, just trying to play some meta games, we'll see. So I sized to $70, and action folds to the on the gun player who defends and makes the call, assuming he's going to be defending against 3-bets fairly often since he already has a pretty tight under the gun range. So let's go to a flop, which comes king, queen, 4, 2 diamonds. He checks to us, and this board, although it does like smash our range, it also smashes his range. He can have a lot of king queens, and this isn't a board that I'm actually too comfortable with for some reasons. I don't know, but in this specific instance, I decided to just check it back for pot control, hopefully get 2 streaks of value. So the turn comes another 4. This is amazing now. Obviously, I feel super nutted as the one hand that I was a little concerned about, king queen, I am very much ahead of. So here he bets out $100, which is pretty large. Pretty large considering the size of the pot, which is around $150. Anyways, in position, I decided to just make the call, and we're off to a river. The river comes a 9, so it's not like the best card in the world, as I do lose to some combos of Jack 10, but here it's not really something to be concerned about because he throws out a bet of $100. I don't think Jack 10 would be betting that small here, so it does smell like a King X holding for sure. So let's just try to get value from King X. I think a lot of his King X's would either just be King Queen or King Jack, maybe sometimes King 10. Definitely have to go for a raise since I do have the best 2 pair here. Hoping for a King X to call, I just go with the standard amount of $300. Hoping he'll make the call for $200 more. He thinks about it, he reluctantly puts in his chips for the call. We show our hand, and we're good. He shows us king, queen suited, so, oh boy, we really love that suck out on the turn.
Fucking gross game. Gross fucking game. I don't like this fucking river. I've been getting fucked straight, everything gets there,
So the preview for this next hand is just a spot where I was put in a crazy blender of a hand. I don't know, my head was in a blender here. Ace King offsuit in the big blind, and we're playing 5-handed. The cutoff opens it up to $20, and I've been playing here for a little bit, and I've noticed that he's going to have a very narrow opening range. It seems like he's definitely on the tighter side. So now the small blind makes the call for 20, and I contemplated about just putting in the call since the cutoff player like really has a narrow range. But out of position, ace king, I can't help myself. We have to put in the 3-bet, and I size up to $105. With this, the cutoff quickly makes the call, which is pretty interesting. It almost like he had no thought to it. It looked like he really didn't think about it too much, so like I said, it confirms my suspicions of him having a strong hand. Then the small blind puts in the 4-bet to $450. What in the world is happening? Oh my god, I don't know what's going on, because the small blind here is the solid reg, and he's definitely very familiar with how the cutoff plays, and has some degree with how I play, I assume, and potentially thinks that I could be 3-betting very wide. But here, sitting with the top of range, the small blind has about $350 behind, the cutoff has about $800 in his stack, and this is just me either jamming it in or folding, and I just don't know what line the small blind is taking, flatting the cutoff. Like, does he really have a monster? I just have no idea. But I know the cutoff also has a very strong hand as well, so I just have no idea, really. I tank for a while, and I think about this for, I think, way too long, like almost 2 or 3 minutes, and ultimately, I ended up just taking the lower variance route and putting in the fold. I fold, muck my cards, kissing $100 behind. The cutoff folds pretty quickly as well, folding jacks face up. The small blind shows one card. It's a king. Maybe he just stole it with ace king? Because pocket king seems pretty unlikely. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought. I think in some situations I would certainly rip it in, but this one and this specific line, I just had no idea. So after that whole debacle, ace-jack offsuit in the big line. Playing 5-handed, and the button open limps. He has a pretty small stack, and the small blind folds, and obviously we're just going to be raising it. Ace-jack off. Let's go. I raised to $25. The button has about $80 or something like that, and decides to ship it all in. He's jamming 16 big blinds. I guess we're going to call with ace-jack offsuit, button versus big blind. We call, and we're going to the board.
You're ahead at the moment. Oh my god.
He ended up showing us that he had king, queen of diamonds, ended up flopping the entire world and didn't get there. Wow. We ended up managing to fade every single out in the deck. The last interesting hand of note that we'll go over here, we pick up queen 7 of spades on the big blind. There are 2 limpers, and the button raises it up to $20. I've played with him a decent amount before, so he can certainly be raising very light, and I think with stronger hands he should be raising a little bit larger since there are 2 limps in. So here, out of position, I decided to just 3-bet him to $80. I also could have sized up a little bit here, out of position and 2 limps, but 80 we go, and the button is the only caller. Off to a flop, which comes ace 10 7 rainbow with 1 spade. So here, ace high flops, we love that. We do have a pair, which is fine, and a lot of backdoor opportunities. Certainly going to be c-betting and bluffing here, so I size to $75, and he snap calls. We're really only looking for 2 cards, or a 7, jack of spades, or the king of spades. Turn comes the king of spades. Beautiful. Now we are obligated and absolutely will have to size up big time here. So I sized to $215 with our combo draws and bottom pair. He snap folds, and we're taking this one down, racking up for the night. So just wrapped up this session. I'm in this empty room here, so we'll see how this outro goes. But just wrapped up the session. 1-2 went pretty well. We were in the game for, I think I already went over the numbers. I think we made a quick profit of 1-2 over an hour. I think we played 2-5 for 2 hours, maybe 3. I think maybe 2 hours. Pretty short session. I don't know what it is. I'm just playing really, really short sessions these days. But I was in for 1,000, out for 1815. So first time here was amazing. Definitely going to have more videos featuring this place because the room got super packed at the end of the night, or to right now when the tournament starts. So definitely going to be featuring one of those 50-50-50 tournaments going on. They had like 125 entrants, we'll see how it goes. We'll definitely hop into the tournament sometime in the vlog. Certainly we'll feature that. But that's it. I think I'm just going to ramble now, but that's the video. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you made it this far. Much, much appreciated. And yeah, this place is awesome. So we'll definitely be back, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.